What's up, dudes? I am in Asheville, and our massive tree that was against the house, I'll show you some video, is gone. And I don't even want to talk about how much it costs. I'm really hoping that insurance covers it. We have a super high deductible, of course, because, I don't know. I don't know what the best thing to do about insurance is, but I have a feeling if I add up all the savings I've had in premiums over the 14 years we've been here, that it probably equals the deductible. So I don't know what's best on that. But we have been sort of going back and forth between Blowing Rock and Asheville. We had some damage in Blowing Rock we had to deal with. There's a tree that we still haven't gotten taken down there that needs to come down. And so there's still no drinking water here. And I don't really like doing this as far as YouTube time goes. Like, my series is running right now, the New Mexico BDR, which is from months and months ago. I think that was in June. But so I'm sort of inserting this here on a Wednesday. And just because, I don't know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, man. The water does run, which I don't know if you've ever, really appreciated what this situation means. I mean, dudes, that's a freaking miracle that can happen. I'm serious. So we can flush, we can, I guess, wash dishes, we can, I guess, do laundry. I'm not positive about the water quality. People have said they're, if they take showers with their eyes open, they're getting sort of infections and stuff like that. So it's sketchy for sure. But we do have running water, which is huge. Like, flushing a toilet is an amazing thing too. I've just been doing it for fun. We also had a wedding that we went to in Connecticut, so it's been crazy. Like, right after the hurricane, we went to Wilmington. Then we hung out in Blowing Rock for a little while. Then we came back here and did some cleanup. Then we went to Blowing Rock. I'm back here. So it's just been all over the place. It's been kind of crazy.
It just across those tracks. It was just nuts. There used to be a building right there for the Biltmore. There's the Biltmore entrance. The water got up to sort of where those green decorations are. And this is Biltmore Village, still closed. It's a month after the hurricane. There's our Starbucks, which is no longer there, just gone. So, I mean, people are still, a month later, digging mud out of their places. And the water got all the way up to here. Which is just insane. Well, just everything's just sort of still closed. I had picked out a suit at a store right over there. That's now buried in mud somewhere. Look at all this. This is a month later, dudes. A month. Or is the famous McDonald's that it's got a grand piano and all this stuff. Look, all this stuff. All we can see is the roofs of these places. And gauze, heated in place. Look at all this. Moe's, my daughter's not happy about that. Just look at that. Saka is gone. I mean, the water was above, in these trees. I think there's let me just look at this. This road's still closed. That's our Lowe's and stuff is down there. And look at that. Just a freaking mess. Did I mention this is a month later? All the debris over there. It was well over this bridge. And honestly, on the morning after, I thought about taking a little exploration on the Honda, and I actually did take a little exploration, and but I thought about shooting it, but I just didn't feel, I don't know, I didn't feel right about it, and and honestly, I've really, obviously, when we got internet, I watched tons and tons of stuff just to see what had happened, and I don't know. It's like disaster porn, and there's something distasteful about it. Although people need to see what's happened. How was that? It's just such a horrible situation. I came down here. This was like 2 feet of mud, and that little river made it all the way to here, sort of lapping up on this curve. All through there was just stuff flowing. Okay. This is doggy daycare we used to use, Sparky's, and my daughter used to work there, and it was all the way up to there. This was all mud. Just, yep. Like that mad. This is so good. We saw some Facebook posts about Osaka. It's like this old man, it's family-run business, just like trashed. Although I guess what I'm doing right now is disaster porn too, so I don't know. Oh, Lordy. There's a truck. That was an old antique store over there. So this is the Swannanoa River, and all along this thing, all the way through Swannanoa, is just a mess. Used to be a little dog park on the left there. Used to be stuff there. And just for the record, so the government and FEMA reacted as quickly as possible
and were extremely helpful, as were just the community. I mean, people just got out there, you know what I mean, and helped. Just a micro example of our neighborhood. A couple of guys, one engineer and one other guy, were just like, they figured out the water thing. But yeah, no one had flush water, and so they rigged up a pickup truck with one of those big sort of plastic containers in it, and went to a spring some guy knew about, and one of those that's on that back of that truck, and filled it up, and we're delivering buckets of water to each neighbor so they could flush. Pretty cool. And you know, you've seen all the footage of, like, there were all these personal helicopters that came in and were making runs. There was a mule team making runs. Like, there's this place called Bat Cave that there was just no way to get to, so they took some mules up there. Just all kinds of cool stuff, man. Amazing. And it's all still going on. But just look at this place. I mean, it's gonna take years to get back in business. Speaking of business, our Pilates studio had no damage. Pretty much all of downtown was fine. So the Pilates studio is fine. We were out of power for a couple of weeks, so we had to close, and water. There's still no drinking water there, but at least they can flush the toilet. So it's kind of back open. And we just got really lucky. Our house, you know, minimum damage from that tree. But all things considered, I mean, Jesus, people lost everything. I mean, how do you even start? Look at that over there. It's like, what do you do? Do you just call it quits? I mean, I guess that building's gonna have to go. There's no way that's gonna be stable anymore. And you know, I really wonder, like, this area is flooded a bunch of times. Nothing, of course, like this. Like, this was out of control. But I wonder if these places that are gone are going to even be allowed to rebuild here. I mean, they probably just shouldn't. Because the way things are going, it's just going to happen again. Even though they call this a 1,000-year event, I don't know. I mean, things are getting weird, dudes. Things are getting weird. And if you're still posting about climate change being a hoax, I don't know. I feel kind of bad for you. I don't know what to say. Just the sharing of misinformation is really depressing to me. Really depressing. I think the rule on social media should be, if it's not an original thought, don't post it at all. If you didn't think of it, don't post it. If you don't have first-hand knowledge, don't post it. I think the rule should just be shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I don't know. People have the right to, tell other people what their thoughts are. It's just when it's not true. That's a bummer. I don't know what to say. I mean, just all of this is getting me in a mood, dudes. It's getting me in a mood. So up here is where the Swannanoa dumps into the French Broad River. And I mean, you can see it. It went all the way across there. You can see the mud in the weeds. And I haven't been down here, but the French Broad Park that we sometimes would go to with the dog looks gone. Yeah, that's a mess. All those trees. Shit, man, it's depressing. And this is the start of the River Arts District. The marquee is really cool. Wow, the wine place right there is completely gone. The marquee is a massive building, and it looks completely trashed. These are all artist studios, completely trashed. Shit. Oh my god, I haven't been down here yet. That tower over there is where I shot some of the Honda review. Oh man, everything is just gone. And again, I don't know if they'll be allowed to build back here, or I don't know if they should be allowed to. Oh, it's so tough, man. Lots of people died, so I guess if you're alive, you're psyched. You still have your house, you're psyched. But it's hard to be psyched. So many people have lost so much. There's still no power down here. That is crazy. That was the River Arts District, and I mean that was a bustling, just like a vital part of Asheville, a vital part of the coolness of this city. And I don't know what to say. There's where White Duck Taco used to be, I guess. Yep, it's just an empty shell. you know, when we were looking for fuel on the, I guess it happened on a Thursday night, then Friday, then Saturday. Saturday we went out looking for fuel to try to, we needed to get to my youngest daughter in Wilmington, because that had always been the plan, and then after this we really just all wanted to be together. And so we were driving back on the highway, see up there, and the river was all the way up to the top of that, where those cars are going by. I mean, it was just frightening to see all kinds of junk just floating down the river. I mean, it's incredible. That charity that I posted like on the next day, the day after the storm, I posted it to like Facebook and all kinds of places. God, this is a good day to be in the mulch business, I guess. It's not a good day to be in the firewood business. But they raised $20 million in like 2 weeks. And they've already distributed, I think, 5 or 6 million of it. That's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. And I'll put the links to the 2 charities that I know are good, which is the Community Foundation of Western North Carolina and Beloved Asheville. Both places doing really cool things. And so about 30 minutes up the river this way is Marshall. We've been there before on rides. And the whole town was completely flooded. And then the people who were doing cleanup soon after, like a couple of days after, they were all in that mud, trying to muck it out. And I think that place made it through. I know the salvage station is gone, I think. It was like a concert venue, bar, sort of big outdoor place. But anyway, in Marshall, they were, the people who were mucking up the mud a couple days later, they all got sort of skin burns, and their clothing was sort of disintegrating and all kinds of stuff because the mud was completely toxic, just filled with shit from a plastic company. It might be one of these right here, a company that made like plastic pipes or something. So there's all that to deal with too. Now that the flooding's done, there's still all this toxic crap everywhere to deal with. I was honestly really surprised that the water started flowing again so soon. I think it was only like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and it started flowing. That's pretty amazing. I mean, they're saying another 3 weeks to a month to get drinking water. It's been a month. I mean, the river is still high a month later. Up here is the old jail. See up there? I shot some of the Honda video there too. I don't know, dudes. It's a bad scene. It's a bad scene in this region. It's also like a lot of these places really depend on the tourism trade and sort of leaf season, and that's not happening. Same in Blowing Rock. Blowing Rock didn't get hit that bad, but it was actually kind of packed when we were there. But the tourism board like put out a thing, please come, because they're hurting. It's funny, Asheville was like kind of listed as a climate change sort of haven. Like I think people were moving there because it's like we don't usually get tornadoes, we don't get flooding, we don't get hurricanes, we don't get wildfires, and it's like I don't know, where can you go now to be totally safe? I mean, admittedly, this was a weird one, man. This is a weird one. Usually after all that landfall, a hurricane would be petered out. Yes, we'd get some high winds, we'd get a little bit of flooding. You know, that road I was waiting for to open up, that was taken out by hurricane whatever 4 years ago or whatever. Took 2 years to get that road back. And I mean, who knows what's up with riding around here, all those forest roads. I haven't even looked at any of that. I have no idea. That was the FEMA site, and you'll notice that there's 2 armed guards, which shouldn't be necessary, but because people are spreading a bunch of bullshit, they are necessary. And they've also got it's like a distribution center for all kinds of stuff, water, blankets, clothes, all kinds of stuff like that. And then they also have a bunch of showers and stuff set up for people to use. Hey dudes, well, it was nice to get out on the bike for a little while. I'm sorry for being kind of a bummer. And I'm also sorry for interrupting the series. Like, I really don't like doing that. But a lot of people are still messaging and asking me how things are and stuff like that. So I just wanted to put this out there as a little update. It's just a little sad riding around Asheville and seeing what's happened, and knowing that it's been a full month, and you know, it shows how far we've got to go in this region. I put those charity links in the description. Thanks to all of you who have already donated, and if you haven't and you're looking for a place to donate that you can trust, those 2 places are good. That would be cool. And we'll get back to regular programming here on Sunday with a continuation of the New Mexico BDR. I hope you're enjoying that one. Another thing that's coming up is it looks like I'm going to be going to the BMW headquarters in Greenville, South Carolina, in a few days to do their adventure riding course. And this is something I could not afford, but my buddy, same buddy who hooked me up with Philip and the electric bike ride, is hooking me up with this. And I'm not sure how he's doing it, but I love it. And in exchange for filming, they're giving me a free spot in that. So I'm really excited about that and very appreciative of my buddy hooking it up. And I'm psyched to go down there and get on a big, massive BMW and hopefully learn a couple things. It can't hurt, right? Anyway, hope you guys are well. Enjoy the rest of the New Mexico series, and I'll talk to you later. Hey, please like this video if you liked this video, and if you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button and the alert bell. Also, if you're interested, there are links to gear lists and goofy t-shirts in the description. Thanks a ton for watching.